Hey you guys, and welcome back to Mochi Design. Today we are going to get into what I learned today when it comes to Adobe Animate at school. So first I'm going to start with the HTML5 canvas, and I'm going to keep it at what it's starting with, 550 width, 400 height, 24 frames per second. And let's create. Okay. So I'm just showing what I learned today. Here's the layers section. So we're going to name this, we're going to get a background. So we're going to name this background. And then we're going to have different photos pop up. So we're going to have photo 1. You can have a space here. You can, it has to be one line. So we're going to do photo 1, add new layer. Photo 2, and then add new layer, photo 3. And you add the new layers by that plus the new layer, and it comes up new layer. There's also folder here as well, so you can add a folder, and like to say you want photo 3, 2, and 1 in the same section, you can add a folder to separate it. Here is the timeline. Right now you see I can't even move that over. So I'm going to need to add, let's say we'll make it 50 seconds long. So I'm going to hit background and then 50 seconds. And I'm going to insert frame. So now it's that long. And so now I'm going to add the background image. Okay, so in order to add that, you're going to go to File, and so there's a library here. So right now it's showing that it is an empty library. Everything is empty. Nothing. I have nothing on my actual timeline or anything. So then you're going to, I want to start putting it in the library first before I start putting it onto my scene, to my stage. So I want to import something to library, so file, import, and then import to library. Okay, so I did add all 4 pictures that we're going to use today in this library. If you can see, there's names here. Those are all of the names of those who actually made the pictures, and this is from Unsplash. So if I click on it, you can kind of see what the pictures are, which is great, especially like mine doesn't actually tell me what it is. So I'm going to add, so I'm going to make sure background is clicked because that's what I want the background to be. The background I'm going to use is actually going to be this one, so I'm just going to drag it. Let me see. Let's go and change the properties here. So let's see here. Make this a little bit bigger. Okay. And make this image smaller. Let's see. Okay, so now I'm just going to try to get a good size for this. So we know that it is 1920 by 280. So there we are. You see the black, that's where the actual stage is here. If I want to cut off these edges, I can go up to the top here and clip content outside of the stage, so then I can see what everyone else will see. And then I'm just going to zoom in, fit in window. How about show all? There we are. So that's going to be the first frame. Now I want to go here to the photo 1, and let's say about here. So I want to insert keyframe, and now you see this little dot comes up, but it's empty. see how this dot here is filled in? This dot here is empty. So that's going to mean that there's nothing here. So let's add something. So we're going to add one of the photos. What I'm trying to do here is show a progression of the type of pictures. So this is on a layer. So you see the layer is at the top. So as you can see now, I don't see anything. So I want to make this a little bit smaller. And let's see, properties. So let's see. And as you can see, everything is being sized appropriately, and you might be wondering why. It's because this lock is on. So it's changing all the sizes. So let's see here. It's changing it so that it stays at a good size and in proportion. So we're putting one right there. And then we're going to go up to photo number 2. And so we're going to go up a little bit here. And as you can see, it's filled up now. Here is nothing. So it's not showing there. Here is filled up. And these are going by seconds. So there's 24 frames per second, meaning here's the second mark, the first second mark here. So these are changing within a second. So let's see here. I'm going to go to 30. And I'm going to insert a keyframe. And then I'm going to go to the library. Okay, so let's go to the second frame that's empty right now. And I'm going to add this picture. And so here, this is showing nothing here, but so I'm just going to insert a frame so that it can stay up this whole time. And let's see here. So now we're going to go into the properties again. And we're going to scale this down and then double click, because as you can see, the selection tool is already selected, so that's going to allow me to move the pictures around. Let's make this smaller. Okay. And then lastly, so we're going to add onto photo 3, the last picture, we're going to add frames. Let's see here. We're going to add a frame up to here, which is the end. And then for this, well, I need to do that too, but for photo 3, we want to add the frame. You can see here it's saying nothing's on it. And then from this point on, frame 40, we are going to add the last object. And that is this here. And then when this comes on, I do want to zoom out, but I want it to cover everything. So I know there's an easier way to just change the sizing, but I'm enjoying it doing it this way, watching it so that I can know exactly where I want it, nothing lost. So we're gonna have it like that for the last frame. Now there is something, so let's watch it. So there's a little something that happens here. You see? And then it goes away. So we don't want it to go away. So I'm going to add an insert frame. And then let's watch it here. Okay, and something else that I learned, the last thing that I'm going to show here is how to make shapes. So here's a poly star tool. So you go to the toolbox and is rectangle. It may show as a rectangle for you, but I'm going to do the poly star tool, and I'm going to pick a dark blue color. And I think what I'm going to do is, once it gets to this page, there's going to be stars that'll pop up. So I'm going to hit that. I'm going to insert keyframe, and I'm just going to draw, oh, not yet. Okay, so I learned what I need to do. This button here needs to be clicked, object drawing mode. So it's clicked now, and then I want to keep that color, but I want the opacity a little bit lower. And then you drag, hold on, drag, there we go. So it needs to look like that. And then I'm just going to each time, let's see, I want one here, and then this time here I want one to come up there, and move it over, add another one. Okay, so very good, you guys. And so let's see what it's looking like. Let me make it a little bigger. Okay, so here we will watch it now. Make it a little bit bigger, and then you can hit the enter button to start. So it is simple, but that is just the basics about how to set up for Animate, and I will show you more things as I learn them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and have a great rest of your day today. Bye!